Hello, this is John Paval with an extra access Arts Live live stream to tell you about three what I consider tantalizing, terrific live streams that are going on today. The first of them is in just about an hour from now. I'm doing this at 1:07 p.m. European time, about noon in London, early in the morning on the East Coast, and you're probably still asleep on the West Coast, but maybe you'll see this anyway. The first of these live streams is coming to you from Truro Cathedral, and it's James Orford. And James Orford is the prize-winning organist at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, and he has journeyed up to Cornwall today to have a hand at the Truro Cathedral's Father Willis organ, which itself was built and then in London and then transported up to London by boat a couple centuries ago, back in 1887. James will be playing Bach's Prelude and Fugue in B minor and Charles Villiers-Stanford's Organ Sonata No. 2 in G minor, the Eroica Sonata. The organ is a Father Willis organ, one of the remaining ones, and it bears the standard Father Willis hallmarks, we're told. Tierce mixtures on grate and swell, characterful gedacts on the choir, and a small but telling pedal division is what we're told. James himself gives recitals and concerts regularly at venues like St. Paul's Westminster, Liverpool Cathedral, Westminster Abbey, the Royal Festival Hall, the Royal Albert Hall. He's also toured in Italy, Belgium, Sweden, Spain, and Denmark, and other places. He also works a lot with choirs and has numerous choral recordings of works by Longley, Vaughan Williams, Coleridge Taylor, and people like that. So I think it's going to be a great concert, and I don't think you want to miss it. And then coming up just a little after that, let me find it, is this an hour later. Okay, that concert, let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm so excited. The concert at Truro Cathedral is very soon. It's at 1:10 UK time, which is 2:10 European time, 8:10 in the morning on the East Coast, 5:10 on the West Coast. I don't expect anybody to see it, but it's a lovely 10:10 p.m. at the end of your evening down under in Australia. I'm having my morning coffee at 1 in the afternoon, so don't mind me. My times are all over the place. Now, so that's at those times. And then an hour later at 2 o'clock London time, 3 o'clock European time, a more reasonable 9 in the morning on the East Coast, and a possible 6 in the morning on the West Coast. There's a terrific concert that's going to be coming to you from Music at St. Mary's, Perivale. And someone's trying to call me right now, and I cannot take phone calls, folks, while I'm live streaming. Thanks. And this is, it's not often that you get to hear the music played by a charming young couple. They're married, who are also highly talented, but you do today. This is Milos on the accordion and Anja on the violin, Milivojevic. They're both from Serbia. And let me give you a picture of this terribly charming couple. I shouldn't tell you this, but if you go on YouTube, you can find if you go on Facebook and you look them up, you can find a video of them playing at their wedding, at the wedding dinner or whatever it was after they got married, which is very charming. Anyway, they're going to be this music at St. Mary's Perivale is always high quality. They don't bring in just anybody. These young lovers will be playing Vivaldi's Concerto for Violin and Organ in D minor. They will be playing Bach's Chaconne from the Partita in D minor. These are selections. They're not playing an entire concerto. Rachmaninoff's Vocalise, Opus 34, number 14. Sarasat's Introduction in Tarantella for solo accordion, a piece called Nigun by Bloch, and again Sarasat, Carmen Fantasy, Opus 25. All of that sounds to me like sweet romantic music to be played by a couple. Anja Milivojevic, she got her bachelor's and master's at the Belgrade Music Academy, has performed with the Serbian Radio Television Symphony Orchestra, the Belgrade Philharmonic, the Makris Symphony Orchestra. She's experienced, young but experienced. And Milos went to the Royal Academy of Music and won all kinds of prizes that accordion players aren't supposed to win. Has performed with the BBC Concert Orchestra, the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, the London Mozart Players, London Sinfonietta, etc. He's got a debut solo CD out on the Nimbus label, and it's called A Chord for Life. So these are two great live streams coming to you in the next couple hours. You can watch one after the other. They're free of charge. They're on YouTube. You're just clicking from one to the other. But if this isn't enough for you, and perhaps it might not be enough for you, there's more. Okay. And let me see if I can find the pictures of the more. Okay. The more is the Intesa duo. And they will be live streamed about 5 hours after the Music at St. Perivale is live streamed. It's Music St. Perivale, if I didn't emphasize it to you. And I'm so excited about all of these that I probably didn't emphasize it to you. I have to find it again. I want to take the Intesa duo down while I give you this. The Music at St. Perivale's is at 2 o'clock London time, 3 o'clock European time. I did give it to you, 9 in the morning on the East Coast and 6 on the West Coast. Now I remember that I did, but I'm getting old. I'm forgetting things. All right. 5 hours later at 6:45 in New York, at 6:45 in Europe, at 1:15 on the East Coast in New York City, at 10:15 on the West Coast. So this is a number of hours later for all of you Americans and Europeans. It's about 5 hours after the St. Mary's Perivale concert. You've got the Gotham early music scene is presenting in their Midtown Manhattan concert series, which has been going on for 27 years, Intesa. And now I can give you back the picture of Intesa and talk about them and tell you who they are and what they're going to be playing and all. This is Intesa. Now, Intesa was formed, I have to tell you, we're still dealing with Brits here because Intesa was formed at the Royal Academy of Music some years ago by Lucine Musaelian and Nathan Giorgetti. And they both play the bass viol, and Lucine also sings. They formed this duo to showcase the art of self-accompaniment and storytelling. They perform in the UK and Europe in places like the Handel Hendricks House, the Fidelio Cafe, the Ferrandou Musique Festival in France. And they're going to be playing music by John Dowland, by Giulio Caccini. I didn't know Caccini's first name was Giulio. By Barbara Strozzi and Tobias Hume, as well as traditional Armenian music, arranged for two viols and voice, and accompanying voice. It's one of many multicultural. We have more of these multicultural things coming up later on the weekend. I commend all of this to you. I think all of them will be worth listening to while they're free of charge. But in this case, these are like gold nuggets that are strewn out there on the online landscape. I invite you to go pick them up, and if you love the performing arts, enjoy them. The organ recital, it will be expert. The music of the Milivojevic couple, I guarantee you it's going to be charming and a lovely concert. And I think that that journey from Armenian music to John Dowland and Caccini is fascinating in multicultural musical terms. So that's what we have for you today. I better get off now. I thought I talked for 5 minutes. I talked for almost 10. Subscribe to Access Arts Live, especially on YouTube if you can. And then you'll get all of these announcements and notices that we put up all the time, so you don't miss any opportunity to pick up one of these gold nuggets, take it home and enjoy it for yourself. Remember, when you When you're watching a live stream, you are experiencing live an artist who, in an act of love, is creating an experience of truth and beauty for you to experience with him, her, them, and everybody else in the audience. And it doesn't matter whether you're physically sitting there or you're at a distance, you're part of that social event, which I think is so, so important to our common humanity. Thanks for listening. Ciao for now. Bye.